Hello, good afternoon, dear students. Today we are completing the chapter's very important topic, that is moment of inertia. And in this topic, first we have to know about what is the inertia. You well know there is no need required to explain about inertia, because you know about type of inertia also. There are two type of inertia. One is rest and other is in motion. So in this topic we are discussing about moment of inertia. For this one, first you have to introduce about some example of linear velocity, or we can say other type of we can say translational motion. So for translational motion, you can see here what is the inertia, and how inertia will increase and decrease. You can see here there are two objects are here. One is having 10 kg and other is having 100 kg. So in these two different masses objects are here, and we are applying. There are two type of force. F here is F is 50 Newton, and next this one is also 50 Newton. Clear it? This is for translation motion. I am explaining about what inertia will be there, and which objects having a more inertia. So you can feel here. So if we push this block which is having 10 kg, and this will, so what will be the acceleration? So we can find easily A is equal to force upon mass. Now we can put the values, and we will find for first this one. For suppose K1 is the acceleration for the first body, then you will get 50 upon 10, 50 upon 10, this will be 5 meter per second. This is the acceleration for this body, and same force when we are applying for 100 kg object, then what we will get about acceleration? There will be A2 is equal to again F upon M, so this will be 100 upon 50 upon 100, and this will become 0.5 meter per second. So you can say easily the acceleration of this less mass object is more than the maximum mass of this. So we can say there is the more inertia. यहाँ पर inertia क्या है? ज़्यादा है. More inertia. Why? Due to the mass. Its mass is 100 kg. So it means its inertia is more than that of the other object which is having 10 kg. So this is for translation motion. But what about rotational motion? Same concept we will discuss in rotational motion. For that you have to see here this diagram. This diagram is showing a rigid body, and it is in rotation. So you can see here there are three axes: z axis, x axis, and y axis, and O is the origin here. And when this rigid body rotate with respect to z axis, then any particle of this body will move in circular path. Their rotation and their motion will in circular path. Then we are taking any single particle which is situated here, and its circular path is showing through these dotted lines, and you can see here the displacement, angular displacement, delta theta is showing here, and after displacement the position of this particle will be dash, and the direction of this particle's velocity is here showing through the tangent on this point. And you can see here this is the vector r, which is the distance from the axis point C to P. So very easily we can define what is the moment of inertia for any rotational body. A quantity expressing a body's tendency to resist angular acceleration. मतलब यहाँ पर आपको मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया समझने का मीनिंग ये है कि आप किसी रोटेशनल बॉडी के about any rotational body, you want to discuss their moment of inertia, then you can easily define this thing, and the definition will be a quantity of expressing a body's टेंडेंसी टू रेजिस्ट, बॉडी की जो टेंडेंसी है रेजिस्ट करने की, वो हम यहाँ पर पता करते हैं, और वो किससे होती है? एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन से. सो यू कैन सी हियर, you can easily derive the formula for moment of inertia I, and I will be the symbol for that. So you can write there, when a body rotating about a fixed axis, each particle of the body moves in a circle with linear velocity. So these particles are having linear velocity, which is showing through v is equal to, and you know about the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Very simple formula is there, v is equal to omega into r. This is the relation. This is the relation between two velocities. One is angular velocity, which is here omega, and other is linear velocity, which is v. You can see here. So we are using this formula in our derivation. So first, the linear velocity for any particle we can write here, vi is equal to omega into ri. Okay, vi into omega into ri. This is the linear velocity for any particle of this rigid body. So for that, suppose we want to discuss about kinetic energy of this particle, then easily you can write the formula for kinetic energy. This is equal to half mv square. So for that particle we can write here mi vi square, and you know about this vi, it is omega into ri, so you can put here. So this will become half mi, in bracket you can write here omega into ri whole square. Clear it? So now next term will come there. After squaring, you can write here, this will is equal to, okay, is equal to half mi ri square and omega square. Half mi ri square into omega square. And again we can arrange these things for whole body. This is only for a particle, but when we are discussing about complete rigid body, then we have to summation this one. So we can write half omega square out of sigma, and then we can write here I is equal to 1 to n mi ri square. So you can see here, this is a new parameter showing here. I am rounding this one. This new parameter, which is I am writing here separately, known as moment of inertia I is equal to 1 to n mi ri square. This known as moment of inertia. From this formula we can write this one is equal to I is the symbol for moment of inertia. So the new relation will become for this kinetic energy, K is equal to half I omega square. This relation is showing between kinetic energy, moment of inertia, and angular velocity. So this was the very simple and easy derivation of moment of inertia, and this is for any rigid body when it is rotated with respect to any axis. Then we can easily calculate with the help of this relation, which is the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity both, and easily you can derive this one up to here for I, and I is equal to sigma, I is equal to 1 to n mi ri square. This I is the moment of inertia of that whole body, whole rigid body, and which is showing, and it is also showing moment of inertia is depending on the mass and the distance from the rotational axis. Okay, so this was the topic.